sakit. At para sa akin, sa kasaysayan ng Senado ng Pilipinas, na may nahalal na mga babaeng senadora. Pero sa lahat ng mga babaeng senadora, wala nang natalo. Pinakamagaling na. Si Senadora, ating imawang Senadora, she is a big loss, not only to the people of Senate, but to our government. Masyadong magaling at hindi mo sa kanya lahat ng mga corrupt. Lalo talaga walang takot.
Ano po yung pinaka-mamimiss niyo kay Senator Miriam? I believe talaga, estudyante pa ako noon, ang panahon ng kayo ay may mga attempt to oust yun na sa Malacanang. Siya yung #1 defender ninyo.
Oo. Kaya nga, talagang hindi lang dahil sa dinipesi ako, talagang ibang kanyang ibang talaga yung pag-iisip. Pag tama, kahit na kaibigan na niya. Pero pag hindi tama, pagtatanong ka niya.
Miriam Defensor Santiago is the leader who wants to innovate this nation. She is the leader who believes in the potential of every Filipino to rise above mediocrity. She is a woman of destiny. She will be remembered in Philippine history as a genuine hero of her people.
Ma'am Miriam, what can I ask of you? I am facing a woman who would become the President of the Republic of the Philippines. It is even an insult to the intellect of everybody to be asking a learned and experienced human being in this planet.
We have only one leader who dedicated her life just to serve us. A leader who will conquer everything for the sake of this nation, even death itself. A leader who inspires every Filipino to dream more and to be more. A leader who shares destiny. A leader who unites everyone. A leader who's incorruptible. She is Miriam Defensor Santiago, the Iron Lady of Asia.
There have been a lot of wrong propaganda against me, most recently in the recent months, that I have withdrawn because of my cancer. I have already shown you that I am what I am now. I am what I was today. What I will be tomorrow. We are not looking for an ordinary leader, or an ordinary manager, or administrator. We are looking for the President of the Philippines. So, I think that the first qualification should be international stature. That would be of great help to Philippine foreign and domestic policy. But more importantly, I repeat, there are 3 qualifications to become president. Academic excellence. Ako, may doctorate ako in juridical science from America. Tsaka valedictorian ako ng lahat ng klase ko. Hindi naman pwede. Meron ako sa likod, yun ang magiging presidente ng Pilipinas. Pangalawa, professional excellence. Binigyan ako ng prestigious Magsaysay Award for Government Service. Quote, for bold and moral leadership in cleaning up a corrupt government agency. Meron ba silang ganon? Third, moral excellence. Maliban dyan sa dalawang excellences na yan, meron ba moral excellence, which is the most important. Unfortunately, there is no machine that you can attach to a human being so that you can tell whether that person is honest or not. Maaring bulero lang, maaring magaan ang bibig, maaring kung ano nung sinasabi, basta kung unang dumating sa isipan niya. Kaya pag-isipan niyo mabuti itong ginagawa natin. Nagpipili tayo ng ating maging leader sa loob ng sunod na 6 na taon. Hindi tayo pwede mamili sa base lang ng kursunada o dahil puso doon sa mga gang ninyo or sa mga tribes ninyo sa eskwela. We are all united in this endeavor to improve and reform the Philippines. akala ng iba, palaging ganito na lang tayo. Hindi. Lalabanan natin itong korupsyon na naging bunga at sanhi ng ating kahirapan. We can fight corruption. I have shown it in Immigration Commission. I have not allowed my words to overcome my deeds. And for those who think that I should withdraw, because I have once been a cancer patient, this is what I'm saying. I am now normal. I can think and I can act and I can pray. Ngayon, gusto niyo akong urong? Sinasabi na nga ninyong naurong na si Miriam. Biro mo, ang lakas pati sa right ko. Ang sagot ko sa kanila, I will never quit. I will never stop. I will never. We all want to change the world for the better. But the person who prayed should be emulated. He said, God, preserve this country and begin with me. I remind you, for those of you who have been talking to your character assassins, I've been awarded as a judicial judge for excellence in trial work, not only by the TOYM of the Daisies, the TOWNS of the Lions, but many other NGOs.
She is Miriam Defensor Santiago, a multi-awarded former trial court judge, a legal luminary, and a judge of the International Criminal Court. But Santiago finally finds her match. Private Prosecutor Vitaliano Aguirre grabs the spotlight on day 26 of the impeachment trial of Chief Justice Renato Corona. It begins with another lecture of Professor Santiago to the prosecutors, this time for dropping 5 out of 8 articles of impeachment. But even for Filipinos used to the feisty senator, her words on Wednesday are shocking.
You are engaging, gentlemen, in a public discourse on the merits of your case. You're not supposed to say that at all. Ang yayabang ng mga nagsasalita na ganyan, ang gago naman.
Santiago gets away with the comment, with the prosecution only asking that it be stricken off the record. But little does she know, one lawyer has had enough and reacts in full view of senators and viewers. Senators ask Aguirre to explain, but the lawyer of Hubert Webb stands up to the Dragon Lady.
Totoo po yun, sapagkat nasasaktan na yung tainga ko. But the fact, Your Honor, please, that this is the first time that I experience in my 40 years of practice na ang isang judge ay nagle-lecture sa mga abogado.
Santiago fumes, but Aguirre has a message for the lady senator from Iloilo.
I really did it purposely. Because totoo naman po na talagang shrill ang voice na nasasaktan ang tainga ko eh. Ang kuwang ko lamang po ay dapat po lamang na kahit ang mga senador, mga judges at kami mga hamak lamang prosecutor dito, ang pinaka-importante po sa isang tao ay respeto. Ang kung nagde-demand ka ng respeto, dapat respetuhin mo doon itong mga abogadong ito.
Kung ayaw po pakinggan, umalis ka sa korte.
Aalis na nga po sana ako eh, kaya lang...
Granted! If that is in the form of a motion, go ahead! Nangahamon ka!
Senators and prosecutors rush to diffuse the tension, and Aguirre is quickly escorted to the prosecution room. Senate President Juan Ponce Enrile keeps his cool, but agrees that Aguirre overstepped his bounds.
I cannot tolerate any disrespect of this court.
The Senate cites Aguirre in contempt, the first time the impeachment court uses its contempt powers. Senators will determine the penalty in a caucus on Tuesday.
It is very offensive and it is contemptuous and it is really a blatant example of what should never be done in a courtroom.
Parang nakaka-insulto.
Arrogante ba siya?
Nakaka-insulto. And the way he answered, quite arrogant.
Prosecutors are sorry, but they say they understand Aguirre's sentiments.
Yung sinabi niya, yung mga nasabi niya, hindi namin yun anticipate. Pagpapalabas ng kanyang damdamin, kaya nga sabi ko, we are sorry for what happened. Pero hindi ko rin siya masisisi sa kanyang ginawa.
Santiago says she also understands what Aguirre did, but her theory is different.
Magalit kayo sa kanya, ma'am, personally?
No, I'm too old to take these things personally. I think it just has a mental disorder because, you know, a lawyer will never aggravate the judge.
Aguirre refuses to face the media, but for critics and supporters alike, what he said and did were more than enough. She's Miriam Defensor Santiago. The senator says people already know her personality, but for Aguirre, even being Miriam Defensor Santiago is no excuse for disrespect.